Not riding. Will it be another one for Mullins or Cheltenham? They've dominated recent editions. Simon Holt to describe the action.
Absurde to the fore here, and Freddie Gingell not really walking forward purposefully now is, and they're off. Absurde handed a pretty good lead there as they step away for this BetMGM county handicap hurdle. Gifted 6 or 7 lengths Absurde from in second place Zenta, jumping the first median and ranker on the inside in a red cap. A red cap 2 aboard JP McManus's Silks is Petit Tonnerre. King of Kingsfield on the far side, and then Mr. Freedom. Favour is next in the field, probably about 7th or 8th alongside So Scottish, and then behind these Pied Piper with Risk Bell, Westport Cove, and then By Your Side. And then towards the rear of the field is Loda Sud and Magical Zoe, Bialystok, Samui, and Absurde is just about the back marker as they make their way towards flight number 2. So Absurde leads the way. Absurde still with a clear lead, reduced a little by about 4 or 5 lengths now. Absurde from median Naranka over on the far side, and Zenta they're disputing second. Petit Tonnerre next, and then follows Mr. Freedom. King of Kingsfield on the inside as they jump the second, followed by Favour, and then Risk Bell, followed by So Scottish and Westport Cove racing together. Loda Sud is next with Pied Piper. Then By Your Side, Magical Zoe, Bialystok, Samui. Absurde is still the back marker, heading towards the back straight, and Absurde's advantage whittled away a little bit more now. It's about 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths, and it's a fairly steady pace for a county hurdle. Median and ranker in second place. Third is Zenta on the outside, Petit Tonnerre. And then behind these is Mr. Freedom from King of Kingsfield and Favour, and So Scottish on the inside in a white cap. Next is Risk Bell from Loda Sud, and out wide then is Magical Zoe as they clear the next, and Media Naranka made a bit of a meal of that and didn't do Petit Tonnerre too many favours on landing. As they continue on towards the next flight, By Your Side is the back marker. Absurde puts in a good jump, a big jump there, from going second Zenta on the outside of Media Naranka, then Petit Tonnerre, and then Mr. Freedom, Favour and Risk Bell, and then towards the outside the grey Loda Sud as they jump that one, Westport Cove, King of Kingsfield, followed by Pied Piper, and then So Scottish. Absurde still one of the back markers as they head now round the left hand. They're going up the hill. By Your Side out the back with Samui, and Bialystok is caught out wide in the pink jacket. On towards the next 3 out, and it's Absurde from Media Naranka in second place. Zenta disputing third with Petit Tonnerre. Then Mr. Freedom. Loda Sud is getting closer on the outside as they jump this one, and they're followed then by Mr. Freedom, and behind those Risk Bell and King of Kingsfield and Favour, and then Magical Zoe on the outside of Westport Cove, followed by Pied Piper, and back in the field to Bialystok and Absurde. Still Absurde now at the top of the hill. Absurde leading the way as they race on towards the final 2 flights, a long way from the finish. Media Naranka is in second. Then in third is Zenta, Petit Tonnerre, Mr. Freedom. Loda Sud looking very threatening indeed under Harry Skelton. Then on the outside, Magical Zoe from Westport Cove, chased by King of Kingsfield, the maroon and white jacket on the inside, and Favour also going quite well from Risk Bell as they race on to the second last. Absurde still out in front. Remember, was gifted that lead at the start. Absurde over from Zenta second. Media Naranka on the inside. Behind these Mr. Freedom. Favour getting into it. Loda Sud, his stable companion, on the outside. And they're followed by Magical Zoe as well, and King of Kingsfield sneaking up the inside. They race on now towards the final flight. Absurde quickening it up from Zenta in second place. Mr. Freedom, Loda Sud on the right. King of Kingsfield with Media Naranka. By Your Side from the back. Favour coming through as well. Absurde from Loda Sud, and then Zenta out in the centre with Favour. They're grouping together. Absurde making good progress. The white jacket getting ever closer, the Ebor winner, as they race towards the last. Loda Sud just the first to rise, landed on all fours. Absurde on the near side, then Absurde out in the centre. Loda Sud from Absurde. Absurde is getting there on the outside of Loda Sud, head and head, and now Absurde, he asserts the Ebor winner wins the county hurdle. In second, Loda Sud, who was worn down in the last 50 yards. Time Right for third, Magical Zoe and Pied Piper, followed home by Favor and Zenta, and behind those Affodil, the long-time leader.
The festival's leading jockeys this week duking it out in the county hurdle, and it's Mullins and Townend again. The Ebor winner Absurde has won, has completed as notable a handicap double across codes as you can imagine, and by the way, he went to Melbourne in between times. He has won here, he has been beautifully trained and quite exquisitely delivered by his experienced and brilliant rider with remarkable cool in the conditions. Lodu Sood has run a great race in second place. The pair are clear. It's a bunch for the minors. Pied Piper involved in the minors together with Favor, last year's winner. But this is the winner this year, Absurde. It's 102 festival winners for Willie Mullins. It is his 8th of the week. It is Paul Townend's 5th of the week, and he wins in the colours of the HOS Syndicate. Just his 5th run over hurdles. Willie Mullins and Dan Skelton have shared the county hurdle largely through the last decade, and it's another one for Clisson.
And a fantastic ride, wasn't it? Cool from Paul Townend, coming right from the back of the field. You can see him lobbing away there. At the start, Affodil was handed about 6 or 7 lengths from the start, so you'd have thought that there was a mountain to climb, particularly as they didn't appear to go that quick. But the horse has just obviously got plenty in hand. He's handled conditions no problem at all, and he was given a fantastic ride from Townend to cut his way through the pack, and we'll see that now.
Just the placings here, important. 3rd is Pied Piper, 4th is Magical Zoe, and 5th, I was hearing, I'm just going to get that again, the 5th. It is the Affodil, the horse who got the 7-length lead, has held on for 5th. Pied Piper, another cracking run under just a big weight.
Watch them coming down the hill. This turned into a bit of a sprint. They went sedate, obviously jockeys respecting the ground after the first race, but it was very tactical. And when you're dropping in that far in such a competitive handicap hurdle and they go slow, and then you make that kind of a mistake 2 out, it's easy to panic. You need to be close, you need to be closer. You're looking at jockeys getting animated up front, but watch Paul Townend. I think this is a piece of poetry. He's deciding now whether to switch in or switch out. He doesn't want to go too wide, and he's slicing through butter here. Watch, you can very easily identify his colours, and coming down to the last hurdle, it was a case of trying to get a clear run, because Martin, you always felt as Ebor winner, the horse who was 7th in the Melbourne Cup, that he was always going to pick up.
Oh yeah, he's got his speed has won him the race, really, hasn't it? That flat ability and flat talent and speed that he's got has that's what he's showing as he's cutting through horses there. He's jumping still again at the last night.
He's not a good jumper.
He's not a natural, is he? But
on this course though, there's what, 2 hurdles in the last half mile,
and that's perfect for him, because at the point that the race is developing and he's having to actually race and go and win, there are only those 2 flights of hurdles.
Willie Mullins wins again, and here he is with Lydia again.
102